Gone are the days when the only threats were against for-profit organizations. There are new categories of villains in town, and cybersecurity professionals are working hard to keep up with threats from different angles. The key to understanding each of the categories is intent. What intent or goal does the hacker have behind their schemes? Here are a few categories of threat actors. Nation-state. These are government-funded hacker groups for either defensive strategies, research, or more malicious intentions. Script kiddies. These are hackers who play around with malicious code and scripts on the internet and pick their victims at random. Ransomware gang. These are hackers who always have malicious intent and use the strategy of stealing data and sell it back to their victims. They hold data for ransom by encrypting it and selling the key to decrypt and return the data. Insider threats. Sometimes insider threats are malicious, like disgruntled employees or recently laid-off employees, but sometimes they're accidental, like when an employee is given admin permissions into an area of the network they should not be able to control and make edits. Hackvists. These are hackers who do not hack for monetary gain, but rather to make statements against politics or society. A popular example would be the famous hacker group Anonymous. You've probably also heard of Red Hat and Black Hat hackers. Those are terms used by cyber professionals to define the different intentions behind cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are often seen as very personal and close to the heart because of data compromise. This goes beyond a criminal wildly mugging a random victim. These attacks require extensive and meticulous testing and planning, and they have the potential to destroy your reputation and livelihood. In the case of this attack on Florida Baptist Convention, the hacker organization that stole the money claimed to be doing justice and claimed the money they stole was part of a financial fraud fund. In other ways, these funds were gained by donations, but wrongfully so in the eyes of the hacker group. Maybe a bit like a Robin Hood story. This puts this attack somewhere in both categories of hacktivists who hack to make a statement but not for financial gain. However, since money was taken, they could be considered a black hat hacker. Black hat is a general umbrella term for criminal hackers with malicious intent. As a result of this incident, the Florida Baptist Convention reported a loss of $700,000. Based on the press release by the convention, they were unable to track down the attacker. They saw this as a sign to increase cyber awareness training for their members and convention staff and make other changes to their operational systems. So far, the convention has been unable to get the lost money back. Law enforcement in Jacksonville hasn't employed enough expertise and resources in the cyber domain to counter hackers. Insurance doesn't cover incidents like cyber attacks when it comes to monetary loss. What was the method of attack? A fake invoice sent via email. Sounds pretty primitive and simple, right? Well, this was how Facebook and Google were scammed out of $100 million back in 2019. It's a very extensive process. Remember how I said cyber attacks require extensive and meticulous testing and planning? The process here is like robbers staking out the home of a victim over the course of a few months, learning the victim's daily schedules and routines, and then robbing the victim over time without their notice over the course of a year. Doesn't that sound terrifying? In a press release on their website regarding this situation, the Florida Baptist Convention provided fantastic lessons learned notes that I'm happy to share here. The convention recommends these best practices to help businesses protect their financial assets. Provide staff training on recognizing suspicious emails and other sophisticated cyber attacks. Enable multi-factor authentication logins when available. Verbally verify any changes to payment instructions requested by a vendor related to accounts payable or an employee related to payroll. Discuss with your business insurance agent the programs and levels of coverage available to help your business in the event of a cyber fraud experience. Engage a cybersecurity professional to provide analysis of information technology infrastructure and security and proactively help you develop an incident response plan for your business before an attack happens. With the increasing reliance on technology, the number of organizations and entities that experience a cyber attack will increase. Do you understand why that is? Join us next time to answer that question and learn more about vulnerabilities and zero-day attacks.